Good day, good citizen. I want to tell you something about just this fascinating reaction that I have to people who claim to react fascinatedly about things that you and I don't necessarily react to. It's the latest story where Bobby Kennedy Jr. is claimed on a local radio station that he blames the CIA for the JFK assassination. And I love the way they say that Democratic White House contender Robert Kennedy Jr. blames the CIA for the November 22nd, 1963, yes, that assassination of his uncle, President John F. Kennedy, proclaiming it beyond a reasonable doubt. He says, quote, "There is overwhelming evidence that the CIA was involved in his murder. I think it's beyond a reasonable doubt at this point." And he said he also cites a book by James Douglas, JFK and the Unspeakable, as compiling the most evidence on the topic, and labeled denials of the CIA's role as 60-year cover-up. Okay, let's go through this, because I know what you're thinking, because I know how you are, and I know the way you think. But before we do this, let me say something. Let's also talk about a little bit of thing called karma. Okay? A little bit called karma. Now, as you know, when MyPillow came along, people just enjoyed it. You go to Bed Bath & Beyond before they collapsed. And everywhere you go, they have Bed Bath & Beyond. They have the pillows, and they were wonderful, and people love MyPillow.com. By the way, if you go to MyPillow.com, put promo code Lionel, you'll get not only deals and a free gift, which is tautological, but you'll also get the most incredible products available to help you sleep and rest and luxuriate and locomote in slipper comfort and you get between the percales and the geezes and it's just incredible. But here's the best part. This is what. When the great folks at MyPillow decided, well, we're going to go out and we're going to make a great product, and we may or may not have opinions, political opinions that you may or may not like. Bed Bath & Beyond said, we're going to pull them. We're going to get rid of them. And what happened to Bed Bath & Beyond? They collapsed. They cratered. And MyPillow continued. And they continue right now. So they've been friends to us, and we're friends to them. But only use promo code Lionel. That's all. Spend some time, read this for yourself, and just buy and purchase. And the slippers, the toppers for beds. Some people can't afford a new mattress. Get a new topper. Get a topper. It's perfect. And the sheets. The science, the technology behind pillows will astound you. MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel. Only use promo code Lionel, and I thank you in advance. Now, let's start off with something. Let me get to the case. You will never find out the truth regarding John F. Kennedy. RFK, Robert Kennedy's assassination, that's a different story. Oh, yeah. That's not cut and dry either. We'll save that later. But John Kennedy, you don't know this. We will never, ever find out. Never. 60 years old. Most people dead, and there is a cacophony. There is a concatenation. There is a slumgullion. There is a gumbo of ideas and thoughts regarding this that will lend itself to absolute, complete, and total not confusion, but nothing even remotely similar to a conclusion that everybody believes to be true. The House Assassinations Committee ruled it was a conspiracy. The House Assassination. Look what I'm doing. Committee. Look what I'm doing. Conspiracy. Now, let me just explain this. This is not me. And it says basically that this was a conspiracy. Read it for yourself. This is the most important thing in the world. The HSA completed its investigation and issued its report, which concluded that Kennedy was probably assassinated as a result of a conspiracy. Now, it doesn't get probably. Okay. Let me say right now, a conspiracy is two or more guilty people who act in concert. Two or more guilty people who act in concert in an illegal, improper, secret confederation, combination to accomplish or to bring about some type of criminal event. That's all a conspiracy theory is. A conspiracy. A theory is a theory of a conspiracy. Conspiracy today means, by virtue of how it is used, crazy, lunatic, nutty, foolish, idiotic, tinfoil hat, black helicopter, crazy. And it can be. And there are people I have known who have absolutely exhibited the most insane theories about everything. There are people who are of a religious bent who have said the most ridiculous theories or thoughts regarding religion. And I have not in any way suggested that religion makes no sense because some proponent, some advocate of this particular faith is a lunatic. There are people who believe in rational thoughts as to extraterrestrial flight. They have a very studied, a very learned, a very rational perspective. And there are others who have no clue whatsoever in anything even remotely being similar to a rational thought. So there are people who themselves exhibit really far-fetched, unbased ideas. But it's more of a comment about them than it is the theory or the subject matter. We will never know. There is never a conclusive proof. You can just lead and you can just try your best. Because in order for there to be proof, you have to have some unanimous proclamation, and we will never have a unanimous proclamation. There will never be a governmental body that says anything. There will never be a group of people, some people who love every conspiracy, and others who are the professional skeptics, hate it. They just hate it. There are others who spend their life piecing together names and events that will astound you. Professional amateur sleuths and detectives and the like. And then there are others who just want to have nothing to do with this. They're not interested in this. They hate this idea. They don't want to talk about this idea. Do you hear what I'm saying? Good. It's important that you understand it. It's important that you recognize that. It's important that you recognize Big Ed, because there are people like this. But I want you to understand, you will never get an answer to this and other things. I need coffee. You will never get it. There will never be that moment of, yes, this is true. Yes, we declare the patient dead. Yes, we declare this to be such. It will never happen. And there are people that I know who cannot live with this. And if you were to ask me right now, do you believe? I look at my focus is very simple. Do you believe in the official narrative of, I guess, the government? One would say, I guess it would be maybe the House Assassination. Actually, it's the House Select Committee on Assassinations that they say is most probably. But many people believe that the official result is that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. There was no conspiracy, and that's it. I do not believe in that rendition, that theory, that hypothesis. That I do not subscribe to that one. And apparently, neither does the House Select Committee, because they say there is probably a conspiracy. And if there is a probably something, then you've just disputed and removed this rather apodictic specific thought regarding that. Now, that's as far as I'm able to go. And everything I hear, every thought, every expert, every YouTube channel, everything will merely point to that by adding more information that says yes, indeed, yes, there is this proof, if you will, there is this indicator that you are correct, that there is a conspiracy from a variety. It could be the mob, it could be this, it could be Carlos Marcello, it could be Sandro Trafficante, it could be the CIA, it could be FBI, it could. All of these are plausible, but you are never going to get an absolute 100% crystal clear, limpid, pellucid reasoning or diagnosis as to what happened. And I recognize that fact. But I still find this subject the most fascinating. I still notice that this was I was 5 years old at the time. 5 years old. I remember that date. I remember my mother crying. I remember this. And that is when many of us, as you know the expression, we were red-pilled. We said, oh. And my life, my generation, because in my generation from 1963 to 1968, we went from John Kennedy to Bobby Kennedy to Martin Luther King to Malcolm X to Medgar Evers to those beautiful young girls who were blown up in that school. You just go to the Philadelphia, Mississippi civil rights workers, Watergate, Vietnam. This is my life. This is my generation. Vietnam, Watergate. We went through this. This is the foundation of my belief system. So I don't have to necessarily hear the 100% official designation and diagnosis that, yes, this is what happened and these people were involved in the assassination. So to make a long story short, Bobby Kennedy's proclamation means nothing. I do not believe that for you to say CIA, I do not believe that diagnosis in and of itself is proper, because there was a conglomerate, an admixture of causation actors and individuals who themselves were a part of this melange of criminality to begin with. So there we go, my friends. That's it. Focus on what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. But do not be surprised by what Bobby Kennedy said. And what's even more interesting is not what Bobby Kennedy said, it's the fact that the Kennedy family says nothing about anything ever. That is what I find fascinating. In fact, they would wish Bobby would shut up. And that perhaps is a great grist for the conversation mill next time. So my friends, thank you so much. Please support our sponsor. Please put your thoughts and comments below. What do you think? What does this event mean? What do you think of Mr. Kennedy's comments? And whatever you do, I ask you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, Hit any kind of indicator to allow you to be notified of new videos and live streams, and comment as you see fit.